I love all the different hats, Scott. I'll mute myself after that comment.
Thanks.
You were channeling Ben on the last one. I liked that a lot.
This is a real challenge where the tribes are competing against one another. This challenge is called the Newly Tribed game. You're familiar with the Newlywed game. It's going to be similar to that. Every person on your tribe is going to be assigned a number randomly. I'm going to call two numbers, and then randomly between each of those, one of you is going. I'm going to ask a question, right? One of you, who I tell you, is going to answer that question honestly, and then the other person is going to guess what they think that person would say. If you match up or by judge's decision are close enough, you'll get a point. In the first tribe to 3 wins, and you're immune. Or if this is taking a long time and no one's getting it right, then the first to another arbitrary number. Okay, the red tribe has one more person than the blue tribe, so one of you will get 2 numbers. So I'm going to random number generate here a number. I'm going to random number generate 2 numbers, actually. And the first number I call will be the person who's answering the question truthfully. The second number I call will be the person who's guessing what the other person answered. So 1 will answer the question truthfully, and 4 will guess what 1 said. So Grace will answer truthfully, and Alden will guess what Grace said. Sarah will answer truthfully. Avery will guess what Sarah said. You're just going to send this in chat, and please try and do it fairly quickly. The first question is, what is player 1's favorite food? So Alden, what's Grace's favorite food? Avery, what's Sarah's favorite food? Okay, for the blue tribe, Sarah said Chick-fil-A. Avery guessed Mexican. That's wrong. On the red tribe, Grace said popcorn. Alden said bread. Also wrong. No points. All right, listen up for the numbers. Person answering truthfully is 7. Person guessing is 5. So that means on the red tribe, JT is answering truthfully. Brady is guessing. On the blue tribe, Sarah is answering truthfully. Scott is guessing. Your question is, where did player 1 go to college? Okay. Remind me who was guessing who's on the red tribe? JT is guessing for Brady?
No, other way around.
Okay. So, JT, you said Indiana University. Brady guessed Indiana. There's a point for the red tribe.
Oh, yeah.
Blue tribe. Sarah said Liberty, but also St. Louis Christian College, IU, and Ivy Tech. Scott said St. Louis Christian College. Point for blue. It's 1-1. Next, we have 3 answering and 7 guessing. Jenna is answering. JT's guessing. Elizabeth is answering, and Sarah is guessing. For the question, who is player 1's strongest alliance in the game?
By player 1, you mean the number you name. So who's my strongest alliance?
Yeah, so the person who...
And you're going to read this out loud?
Yep.
Great.
Are you looking for
honestly is saying their own strongest alliance, or the answer to this question, right? And then,
are you looking for an individual person?
Yes.
Like alliance member, or
yes. You have to put a name down. Maddie, that's a funny joke. Maddie said this isn't like Survivor at all. You haven't said balls at all. Jenna did? Okay.
I did. Yeah.
Jenna says JT, and JT answers me. So there's a point for the red tribe. Blue tribe, Elizabeth said Sarah, and Sarah said Lauren. No points for blue tribe this round. 2-1. Red tribe with the lead. Next, we've got 6 answering and 4 guessing. Michael answering, Alden guessing, Stephen answering, Avery guessing. This question is, who is this player's favorite sports team? Okay, on the red tribe, Michael said FC Barcelona, and Alden guessed Liverpool. Wrong soccer club. Who was guessing, or who was answering for blue? I always get these confused. Avery was answering. Stephen was answering. Okay. Stephen answered Indiana Hoosiers. Avery said Hoosiers. Point for blue. 2-2. The next team to score will win immunity. We've got 3 answering and 2 guessing. That's Jenna answering, Maddie guessing, Elizabeth answering, and Lauren guessing. If you both get it right, then we'll do another round. The question is, who would this player vote out next if they could?
I'm just getting ambushed. What the heck?
I got to keep it interesting.
I'm with you,
man.
Jenna. That is ridiculous. We both got screwed twice.
Okay, on the blue tribe, who was answering? Elizabeth. Okay. For the blue tribe, Elizabeth answered Sarah, and Lauren answered Elizabeth. Which is an odd answer, but that's okay. For the red tribe, who was answering? Jenna. Jenna says Avery, and Maddie says Sarah. So no points that round.
I think we should get half a point because we both said blue people.
Nope.
Technically, we both said blue people too, so.
True.
It's not our tribe, though.
Okay, next 5 is answering and 1 is guessing. Do you all know who those people are? Brady is answering, Grace is guessing, Scott is answering, Sarah is guessing. This question is, what brand computer is player playing on? Okay, on the blue tribe, who answered? Scott. Did Scott answer and Sarah guessed? Okay. On the blue tribe, Scott says Asus and Sarah guesses Apple. Wrong. Who was answering on the red tribe? Brady was. Brady says MacBook and Grace guesses Mac. That's correct. Red tribe wins immunity. Congratulations. That means the blue tribe has to go back to tribal council once again, where they will vote one of their members out. Now you guys can go to the camp. So please send me in a message which camp you want to go to, and then I'll send you there.
So you're gonna give me a tour of camp?
Yeah. I mean, I know camp pretty well by now. Got my got the bedroom here. I guess we'll call this the tent. This is where we're all sleeping.
Sweet, man.
Small bed, but we do what we can.
You got a carpentry background?
Out the window. This probably isn't going to come out too well, but there's mountains out there.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Could you guys see it at all?
Yeah, solid mountain camp.
bit, yeah.
I like that.
You could also just Google Flatirons, Boulder, and that'll bring up the view right out of my window. I don't know. That's about it. It's a small little place. Oh,
I like it, man. You've done some good work.
yeah. Thank you.
Ooh, I googled Flatirons. That is a pretty mountain.
So it's possible that there is a totem at play. The question will be, do you think we should split the votes? It would force a tie in case Lauren or Sarah have an idol? Or no? You think, I mean, because if we play 4 and then Sarah has an idol or totem, then whoever she votes for goes home.
Mhm.
I mean, Lauren will probably still be voting with us.
That's true. And
But
she
I don't-
won't know if we've got votes against her. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah. So because if 3 of us vote, that's the only problem. Yeah, if 3
If
of
2
us
of
vote
us vote-
Sarah and 1 of us votes Lauren. No, that doesn't work.
Sounds good.
Or we could do it from this room, we could do a 2-2 split. So 2 of us go Sarah, 2 of us go Lauren, and she'll vote for Sarah, I would assume.
Yeah. So
Right.
then Sarah should go home. And then if Sarah plays an idol, we at least force a tie between, or no, we at least Lauren goes home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which would suck, but like,
Yeah, that would suck. Does that make sense? Is that okay with you guys?
2 and 2.
so who's
Yeah.
going?
Makes sense.
Yeah. Who's going to vote who? I'll vote Sarah. Is that okay?
I'll take Lauren.
I'll
Okay.
take Sarah.
Okay, so Scott and I are Lauren. Here we go.
Steven and I are Sarah. Potentially they'll vote for each other, which would then force a tie. But then that would be crazy.
That would be unfortunate.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I would think Lauren's going to stick with us.
Yeah, I think she
her
will.
too.
I mean, ideally we could go into the merge with the 5 of us. It's
Ooh.
just,
Because if Sarah
If-
sticks around, we might be screwed.
yeah, I think we have to get rid of Sarah because she's going to flip on us. Don't you think?
We all
Like
would
the
have. You were her.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Everyone knows I voted for Adam, though, so it's fine. It's like,
Oh,
crap, the one thing I didn't want to do is what happened.
well, I almost did that with either Gary or Garrett's vote. And like right as I was about to hit return, someone was saying something on the screen and it made me pause.
Oh,
And my wife said something about the message. And so
Hey, here's a heads up. I'm about to bring the other people from Blue Tribe into
Oh,
this.
yay, we're
Oh,
not
thank you.
getting ambushed this time.
yeah.
That was a good note that Lauren gave me last time on that. So
Yeah.
I won't.
We
let that happen.
appreciate that.
All right, folks, welcome back to Tribal Council. Man, bad luck for the Blue Tribe. About to be 2 members down of the Red Tribe. You know how things work here. This is the chance to get out in the open what needs to get out there. So anything that any of you would like to say before Tribal Council? It's been a quiet bunch. Scott, you're muted.
how about now?
Now you're good.
Sarah, is there a filter on? Like you look different. You look doll-like.
Well, I put makeup on today because I had to film some videos for Sherwood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right. I haven't seen people with makeup on for like 8 weeks, so that's weird.
I couldn't find my makeup, so that's also weird.
Okay. Anyway, I'm done.
So good to see you.
All right. It sounds like it's time to vote. Remember, if you want to play a totem, to include that in your chat message. Otherwise, please send me your vote. Okay, the votes are in and they have been tallied. 1 totem was played this vote and it blocked 2 votes. The person with the most votes is Sarah and Elizabeth. It's a tie. This is how we're going to solve the tie. Everybody other than Sarah and Elizabeth will get to vote again, and you can only vote for either Sarah or Elizabeth. So Sarah and Elizabeth, your votes would cancel out, obviously. So that means Stephen, Scott, Avery, and Lauren each will cast a vote for either Sarah or Elizabeth. Now, if it remains a tie, this is just like full-on Survivor rules, right? If this remains a tie after a revote, then the four of you who are voting now, so Stephen, Scott, Lauren, and Avery, will each, the equivalent of draw a rock. It'll be a random number generator. And whoever the number lands on, you will be eliminated instead. So you're incentivized here to not force another tie. Otherwise, one of you becomes vulnerable. Yeah, if you have questions, you can ask them, but there's no time to like re-strategize. We're going to go right back into the vote.
Is there is it like normal Survivor where if we tie again, we've got like a chance to get a consensus, or we do go straight to rocks?
We're going to go straight to rocks.
Okay.
Yeah, so we get a revote. If it's still a tie, one of the four that aren't tied right now will be eliminated. So please send me your revotes. The votes are in and they have been tallied. The person who has received the most votes and will be entering quarantine is Sarah. Please mute your mic and your video. Thank you for playing. Okay, we are all going to rejoin the main group now. Good job, guys. Okay, time for another challenge. This is another challenge where your tribes are competing against one another, so only one tribe will go to tribal. This game is called Pick Your Poison. At the same time, via chat, like everything else, everybody that's playing on your tribe will reveal one of these four options. The point of the game is to have the most points. And each of these options will do different things and also earn you a different amount of points. You can choose immune. Immune gives your tribe 1 point. If you write immune in the chat, your tribe earns a point. If you need to write these down, if that'll help you, feel free. Vote gives you an extra vote at tribal council if you lose the challenge, but it gives your tribe 0 points. Does that make sense? If you lose the challenge, you'll get an extra vote for this one challenge, but your tribe gets 0 more points. Sacrifice gives your tribe 2 points, but if you lose this challenge, you cannot vote at tribal council. That's sacrifice, 2 points, but you can't vote. And actually, that's it. It's 3 options, not 4. So again, vote gives you an extra vote, immune gives your tribe a point. Vote gives you an extra vote, but 0 points. Sacrifice gives your tribe 2 votes, but if you lose, or 2 points, but if you lose, you can't vote. Does that make sense?
Most points. The team with the most points wins immunity. Is that
correct?
Okay.
Now, it would be unfair because the numbers are uneven for us to just go straight up. So before that happens, the red tribe, you will have to choose to sit out 2 players. So 2 of your people will not participate in this challenge. They will not, choose an option. So red tribe, you guys can unmute here if you'd like and decide who's going to sit this out. Yes, Lauren.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have a question. I thought you said 4 options. Maybe I'm missing one, but I only heard you say 3.
I reneged. Yeah, there's only 3.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So red tribe, choose 2 players to sit this out.
I'm willing to sit out for the red team.
I'll sit out as well.
But I feel like we need those people who are so selfless to vote, to put their thing in.
Does anyone else want to sit out?
That's all I'm saying.
I can do that. That's fine.
Okay, so
Now we have 3.
Alex, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say. Am I allowed to? Are we allowed to free talk right now among our tribe?
Yeah, I mean everybody's here, right? So Blue's going to hear what you're saying too.
Cool.
So Blue can talk too and free talk?
No, Blue stay, stay muted, please.
I mean, I'm happy with where we're at as a tribe. I'm not too worried. If we were to have to go to a tribal, I'm willing to sit out.
Alex, is this a 1-round game?
Yep, everybody will put their option in once, and whoever has the most points at the end of that will win.
So statistically, we know how to win this game.
Okay, I'm not going to allow you to strategically talk. You can choose.
That's what I was asking earlier.
We know how to win this.
I will remove myself. Some might say sacrifice myself.
All right, Red, I need
So I
two.
think that's Maddie and myself, possibly, unless anyone else has anything to say.
That's fine.
All right. You guys can win this.
Okay, Brady and Maddie are sitting this one out. Everybody else will choose an option. If this is a tie, each tribe will select one person to pick an option, and whoever gets the most points from that will win, and the rewards or penalties will stick as well, right? So if it's a tie and then you go back in and you pick sacrifice again, actually that wouldn't work. I'm just thinking on the fly right now. How about this? If it's a tie, you both have to go to tribal. That's exciting. That's fun. We'll do it that way. Okay. Please stay muted. Each of you, please send me your choice. Okay. The votes are in. The final score was 10-7. The winning tribe with 10 points was the Blue Tribe, which means that the Red Tribe is going to Tribal Council, and the way that you voted or the options you chose will determine how you can vote. The people who are immune will be public knowledge, but if you have an extra vote or if you cannot vote, are not public knowledge. So if anybody has any questions about their status, just send me a chat and let me know. At this point, we will now go back to camp. So please send me a chat and tell me where you would like to go. Yes, if you sat out from this challenge, you go into Tribal Council like normal. So you are not immune, but you can vote.
I was like, oh, nice. That was our tribe. That was everybody on our tribe.
Yeah,
Turns out it was not.
Michael, would you vote?
I went immune.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's good. You're safe. You're safe tonight. The rest of us are on the chopping block.
Brady, did you put sacrifice?
No, I sat out, but I would have put sacrifice. Potentially, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't in the heat of the moment.
I'm going to assume some other people are immune as well.
Yeah, so we had 7. So that's going to be 3 sacrifices, 1 vote, which was Jenna, and then Michael's the one that has immunity, I think. So I think that makes sense. I could be wrong.
No, I think 3 sacrifices in my immune because vote was 0 points.
Yeah, vote was no points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 99% sure that there wasn't going to be every single person put sacrifice.
And
So
even if we
figured
were
I'd-
tied, we still would have gone to tribal. So that means, did they all put sacrifice then?
Yeah. Which I don't know how that would have played out because then, well, we would have still had 2 people who could vote, but they wouldn't have had any people who could vote at all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
So who will we think about voting out? Is there anyone else? Is there anyone on the other side that we want to vote for? I mean, Jenna, you've got 2 votes here. You've got a lot of power.
That's true. What are you guys thinking?
I don't
I don't
have
know.
anyone that I would like specifically target at this point in time, other than like I would just like to continue playing the game. So if there was like someone that you guys had to nominate, or even that like Jenna, since you have 2 votes, you kind of have the power here. If there was someone that you wanted to say like who you're going to put your 2 votes on, I would be willing to follow mine with that.
I don't know. It's so hard. Like, I feel like you don't know the players well, you know? Like, I don't really know. I don't have any like personal vendettas against anyone.
Real fast, hopping in. I should have done this earlier, so my apologies. Sharing with both blue or red groups that Michael is immune at Tribal Council. He's the only one that is immune. Carry on.
So who all do we have on the other side right now? We have Grace and JT.
Maddie.
Maddie.
Is that
And I'm
Maddie,
voting.
you're voting.
Hey, just hopping in real fast to let both red groups know that Michael is immune for this Tribal Council.
That means Alden has 2 votes.
Anybody else is vulnerable.
Correct.
Unless Jenna does.
Unless Jenna played it, in which case she'll vote Alden and we'll be okay. But Maddie.
Alden has 2 votes.
No, but Alden might have played
Sacrifice. Yeah.
So Maddie, you should still vote Alden and hope that she has 2 votes, and then she'll vote both votes on Alden.
If I had to guess, I would say Alden has the 2 votes because I think he was mad that everyone voted him out last time when he played the thing.
Yeah.
And so he probably wasn't being a team player. He might be able to hear me. I don't know.
That's hard. Yeah. It's like, how do we know?
Hey, Alex, question. Host Alex. Hello.
Yes, sorry, I had my earphones.
Question. If there's a tie, then who votes? Does the whole team vote?
Yeah, I'll share this on when we get to tribal with everyone. But
Can you
if
share?
there's a tie, then there's a revote. Except you can only vote for the people who are a part of the tie.
Right. But
Can everyone vote?
For the tie people?
Everybody revotes except for the people who are a part of the tie, right? So if it's a 3-3 vote on Grace and JT, then now Grace and JT don't vote on the revote, but everybody else does.
Okay, cool.
And if it's still a tie after that, then everybody who just voted one of them will randomly be eliminated instead. So you have to break the tie, otherwise one of you are vulnerable.
Okay.
I'm going to let the other group in because it's time for tribal.
Okay, so we all agree who needs to get voted for?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure on the math there, unless we definitely have Brady's vote with us. Gertrude, are you happy that you've all turned us into this?
Yeah,
Got everybody? We got everybody?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 of you left. That means everyone is here. All right, Red Tribe. This is one of your few tribal councils to this point. Welcome back. Just to once again reiterate, Michael is immune, so you cannot vote for Michael. And I'm going to share how tie votes work because we had a question about it, and I realized I should have shared it earlier. If there's a tie vote, then everybody else who was not voted for as a part of the tie revotes, but you can only vote for one of the people who are a part of a tie, right? So imagine that it's a 3-3 tie on JT and Grace. Everybody other than JT and Grace will vote, and whoever then has the most votes is eliminated. If it's still a tie after a revote, then everybody who was voting on that second try, not the people who received the votes, will draw a rock, but I'm just going to random number generate it. And whichever number it lands on, you're eliminated. So you're incentivized to break the tie on the revote. Otherwise, one of you are eliminated instead. Does that make sense? Killer. Okay, it's tribal council, which means now is the time to get out into the open, whatever needs to get out. So the floor is yours.
Is it true that there will be 5 votes cast?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
I can't confirm that for you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
By the camp's count, we came up with 5 votes. I don't know if that's the true number though.
So raise your hand if you're voting. Brady and I are obviously voting because we.
That can't be true.
Yeah, that's not true. But I sacrificed. So
I did
I was
as well.
being a team player, and I don't think you should vote me out.
Alden, you sacrificed?
I did, yes.
So you don't have a vote?
2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right?
And, wait, who's immune? Michael's immune?
Yeah.
Michael's immune. So
Michael's immune, and Alden doesn't have a vote if he sacrificed.
And we know that Maddie and Brady
That's true, I don't.
are voting.
Not 3 votes. So that's 2, 4.
So we scored 7 points.
Yeah, you and Grace both got us 4 points. And Michael,
A 1.
because he got himself
There's
immunity.
one more person that.
I believe, and I'm not trying to out this or anything, but I believe that Jenna has 2 votes.
Yeah.
JT, why are you voting?
I'm not. I sacrificed.
So
Sorry, I
JT's
didn't
not
mean to-
voting.
Okay.
That was my fault.
Yeah, I was like,
Stand for voting, JT.
Okay, so
Mhm.
that
I
has
didn't know
been
we were
voting.
I didn't know we were going to out everybody's position.
But are you voting?
No, I can't vote.
Okay, so Jenna has 2, and then Maddie, Brady, and Michael each have 1.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to say, I think that if you sacrifice yourself in order to attempt to
tie,
protect the team and at least reach it, and then you get eliminated for that or voted out for that, I think that would be unfair.
Hey, I'd be on that train too.
Yeah.
JT.
I don't want voted out.
You're just talking and you have red teeth.
I know.
Dude.
It's a white background.
Listen, here's how I feel. I am vulnerable, and that's fine. But we are moving quickly towards a merge. So you have to pick the people who were loyal to you during voting times.
I wish we could make this a live tribal council. You get up and whisper to each other.
I know, like,
There will be no whispering at tribal council on any Survivor-esque games that I manage.
I hate when they do that. It drives me crazy.
I don't think there'd be that much whispering.
So there are only 4 of us who get to vote, but there are 5 votes total, right?
Yeah.
JT, I just need for the 5th time, because you raised your hand for the first count, you're not voting, right?
Correct.
He said what we call a lie. That's what he said at the beginning.
Yeah, I did lie at the beginning. I didn't know how forthcoming we were going to be about the game. But it was a noble lie because I sacrificed.
Yeah, that's true. Shout out to JT.
Yeah. I wasn't covering up 2 votes.
Shout out to JT for trying to hide what a good guy he is, what a team player he is, how much he deserves to stay because he is loyal along with me and Grace.
Lots of humility over here.
All right.
Michael, are you sticking with the plan?
Michael.
Okay. I'm sticking with the plan.
All right.
Big Keith Nail energy from Brady.
Hey, I'm just letting you know. Thanks. And
A
Jake,
plan.
they have a plan. So probably means, this is my last tribal council, but,
Have faith.
together when it's only red teamers versus blue teamers.
Faith.
Brady, thought you were better than that.
Brady
making
watches,
sure- just want to
Brady
see what
watches
Brady's
Survivor.
doing.
He was just recreating a scene there.
All I gotta say is stick to the plan.
Stick to the plan.
Okay, it is time to vote. Everybody now, please send in chat who you're voting for. And remember that if you have a totem that you'd like to play, include that in the chat as well and who you are playing it for. Also, everybody please mute at this point. The votes are in and they have been tallied. One totem was played at this vote and that totem blocked one vote. The person who has received the most votes and will be entering quarantine is Brady. But Brady, before you mute, there's a twist. On your way out of the game, you now get to choose one player to drag out of the game with you. With your dying breath, select one player on your tribe to eliminate as you also go down.
That's not really a fun twist, but I am going to take Michael with me. Sorry, Michael. Took the immunity for yourself last time.
Okay, let me think if this is allowed. I think it is, because you are immune for the vote, but not for the twist. I'll allow it. Michael, bad luck. Brady and Michael, you have both been eliminated and you must enter quarantine. Please mute your mic and your video. Thank you for playing. Scott.
Another hat. Another hat.
I need Scott to stay in the game so I can see how many other outfits he has to pull from.
Scott, I love the commitment to the bit. I love it.
Thanks.
Okay, for the blue tribe, here's what's the update on what happened on the red tribe. At that vote, Brady was eliminated, and then in a twist, Brady was allowed to drag one player out with him upon being voted out, and he dragged Michael.
Oh, sorry.
There should be 10 players left in the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Congratulations on making the top 10. Top 10, baby. Okay. Here we are, final 10. Before the next thing happens, it's time for a twist. Final 10. Congratulations, you are merged. The game has now moved from a tribal game to an individual one, and you are now all a part of the Green Tribe. If you feel so inclined, you can switch your backgrounds. So this means now that challenges, for the most part, are individual. Everybody goes to tribal council every time, but you can win immunity on an individual basis at the challenge. Totems still work like normal. Okay, you guys get to go to camp now to meet your new tribe. So tell me if you would like to go to the beach or to the camp like usual.
Yeah, you're holding up for the second.
Everybody?
It's pretty. Oh my gosh. Is that a dress or a towel that you're wearing around you?
It's a towel.
Oh, okay. Towel.
I couldn't find my booby buff.
Yeah, that's the look, to wear the buff as like a tube top. I think you can pull that off.
Or tube bottom.
Or tube bottom. Well,
did y'all like legit choose beach or?
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
I picked beach.
I chose beach.
I mean, we have had some issues with Alex putting people in the wrong rooms.
That is true.
Is this a conspiracy theory we're starting?
No, you all chose.
Producer.
For you former red people, did he send you to places you didn't choose?
It's nice to meet you all.
There's so many people here. It's
I'm
like
a little
lot.
bummed that a feast wasn't delivered to my door for this event, for the merge.
Did you check?
Yeah. No, I haven't. So maybe.
I'm just holding out for the family visit.
Yeah. That's definitely what we need right now in the time of quarantine is a family. Yeah. Although some of you might not have your families with you, but well, nice to meet you all.
Howdy.
Red Tribe's really
Who are we voting out? I can't decide. We have so many
I
options.
Garrett.
How's everybody doing?
I'm holding up emotionally. I thought it'd be a lot harder by now.
The starvation usually gets to you before the midway point.
I know.
Yeah, I told someone I was playing this and they were like, I said, I'll have to figure out when I can eat dinner. And they were like, well, can you even eat while playing Survivor? I was like, it's not like real Survivor here. Like, you're definitely allowed to eat.
I've got Cheez-Its.
My wife's here. Does anybody want anything? She can go to the kitchen and get it for you.
Man, you guys are quiet, Red Team, Red Tribe.
Not saying a peep. Wow.
We had a bit of a shock in our.
Oh, the tense tribal.
Yeah.
The dragging seems really intense.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
You expect that to I mean, you didn't expect someone to be dragged, but
Not at all.
was
No.
that expected?
Neither one, I don't think.
What was the reason for the drag? Did he give a reason why he picked Michael?
Actually, yeah, it was really noble. He picked him because he chose immunity. That's why he
He was
dragged.
safe for the original vote, and then he got dragged.
Wow.
Selfish.
That's the reason he lost, essentially, one of them.
What was the penalty on that? He lost something. Oh no.
Well, we only got 1 point instead of 2, and he was immune from the vote.
But not immune from the drag?
No.
That's cutthroat, man.
Jeff Probst made that call last second.
Yeah.
Listen, there's a lot of stuff going on right now that I can participate. It seemed fair. Okay, since we're all here, let's go ahead and start the challenge.
Cool.
No need to go anywhere else because everyone's here.
Just do it on the beach.
Yeah, we'll just have a challenge on the beach. Okay, this is going to be a classic Survivor challenge for you Survivor fans. The way this is going to work is I'm going to tell you a story, and you are going to have to actively listen and remember details of the story. Then I'll ask some questions, and you want to get them right. Because if you get it right, you will get to choose to put a mark on a player. When a player has received 3 marks, they're eliminated. And whoever is either still in the game after 5 questions or who is left after everyone else has been eliminated will be immune. Yes, questions?
Yes. Are the marks public?
Yes. Yes.
Do we send them to you in the chat?
Yeah, so we'll do it in chat. And the way that I'm going to process them is I'm going to have them all like happen simultaneously in like game terms, right? So in round 1, everybody's like mark will happen at the same time. So if you are like eliminated in a round, your mark still goes through for that round. Does that make sense?
If I place a mark on somebody, will that person know that I have placed a mark on them, or just that they have a mark?
I'm going to say that it's public who marks who. That's how like it was done in Survivor.
That's more fun. I'm glad you picked that.
Alden marks Alex. He has 1. And we'll keep
What happens if you have the most marks at the end? I'm sorry.
So when you receive 3 marks, you're out. And once
But
you're
like
out,
nothing happens to you other than that? You're just out of the
you
game.
can't win.
Thanks. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask 5 questions. If you're in the game after 5, then you're immune. or if before 5 questions everybody's out, then whoever's left wins. I have a 6th question in case like you guys suck at this and like nobody's been eliminated. So this one is, to be transparent, going to be really easy to cheat on. So just guys, please don't like be writing down the beats of the story in another tab or something like that, because that's really lame. Cool? Okay, is everybody ready to hear the story? The victory of the small Greek democracy of Athens over the mighty Persian Empire in 490 BC is one of the most famous events in history. Darius, king of the Persian Empire, was furious because Athens had interceded for the other Greek city-states in revolt against Persian domination. In anger, the king sent an enormous army to defeat Athens. He thought it would take drastic steps to pacify the rebellious part of the empire. Persia was ruled by one man. In Athens, however, all citizens helped to rule. Ennobled by this participation, Athenians were prepared to die for their city-state. Perhaps this was the secret of the remarkable victory at Marathon, which freed them from Persian rule. On their way to Marathon, the Persians tried to fool some Greek city-states by claiming they to have come in peace. The frightened citizens of Delos refused to believe this. Not wanting to abet the conquest of Greece, I'll start that sentence over. Not wanting to abet the conquest of Greece, they fled from their city and did not return until the Persians had left. They were wise, for the Persians next conquered the city of Eretria and conquered its people. Tiny Athens stood alone against Persia. The Athenian people went to their sanctuaries. There they prayed for deliverance. They asked their gods to expedite their victory. The Athenians refurbished their weapons and moved to the plain of Marathon, where their little band would meet the Persians. At the last moment, soldiers from Plataea reinforced the Athenian troops. The Athenian army attacked, and Greek citizens fought bravely. The power of the mighty Persians was offset by the love that the Athenians had for their city. Athenians defeated the Persians in both archery and hand combat. Greek soldiers seized Persian ships and burned them, and the Persians fled in terror. Herodotus, a famous historian, reports that 6,400 Persians died compared to only 192 Athenians. That is the story. So the way this will work is I'll ask the question. Please send me your answer in a chat as usual, and then I will tell you who got it right. The first question is, what did Athens do that angered Darius? And I'll use my judgment whether or not the answer is correct. Okay. This is hard to determine who gets it right. But I'm also, please only send me one answer. I'm going to only use your first answer. At Maddie. The correct answer was interceded for the other Greek city-states. Lauren and Avery got that correct. I think instead of having you send a chat to say who the mark is against, it'll just be easier if you just say it. Actually, no, because they all need to have it at the same time. So never mind. Send me in chat, the two of you, who you are putting a mark on. Okay. The marks are in. Avery has put a mark on Jenna, and Lauren has put a mark on Alden. One each. Maddie, stop spamming me in the comments. The next question is, the Athenian victory at what city freed them from Persian rule? Please send me your answer.
What was that question again?
The Athenian victory at what city freed them from Persian rule? Okay, the correct answer was Marathon, which means that the following players got it correct: Grace, Maddie, Alden, Avery, Scott, and Steven. Each of you get to put a mark on a player. Please send me who you are putting a mark on. Okay, the marks from this round. Maddie put a mark on Avery. Alden put one on Lauren. Grace put one on Avery. Scott put one on Alden. Steven put one on Jenna, and Avery put one on Alden. Meaning that Alden, that's your third mark. You've been eliminated from the challenge. You no need to vote and no need to put any more marks on Alden. Alden, would you just mute your screen for the rest of this challenge so we don't get confused? Thank you. And the current tally is Jenna has 2, Avery has 2, Lauren has 1, everyone else has 0. Okay, here's the next question. What did the soldiers from Plataea do in the story? Okay, answers are in. The correct answer was they reinforced the Athenian troops. Maddie, you got that one correct, but you're the only one. Maddie, you get to put a mark on someone. Please send it.
I'm putting it on you for spamming me.
I have not spammed you. You are spamming me. I will not tolerate the disrespect. Okay, Maddie has put a mark on Avery, thereby eliminating Avery from the challenge. Please mute your video. Reminder, Jenna has 1, Jenna has 2, Lauren has 1, everybody else has 0. Next question. In what forms did the story mention that the Athenians bested the Persians? In what forms of battle did it mention that the Athenians bested the Persians? Okay, the answers are in. The correct answer was archery and hand combat, meaning that JT, Lauren, Elizabeth, and Scott answered correctly. Please send in chat your marks. Okay, marks are in. Elizabeth put one on Grace. JT put one on Steven. Scott put one on Grace. And Lauren put one on Jenna, which eliminates Jenna from the challenge. Sorry, Jenna, please mute your video. Stand by for an updated tally. We've got 2 on Grace, 1 on Lauren, 1 on Steven. Everybody else is clean. Next question. Which famous historian recorded the death count in the battle? Which famous historian recorded the death count of the battle? Okay, the correct answer was Herodotus or Herodotus or something like that. That means that Maddie, Lauren, Scott, and Steven were correct. Please send me your marks. Okay, Maddie puts one on Lauren. Lauren puts one on Grace. Scott puts one on Maddie, and Steven puts one on Grace, meaning that Grace is overkilled. With
I got 4. We should get extra points for that.
Yeah, you win. That was it. Grace is eliminated, and that's the only person eliminated in that round. Updated count. Lauren has 2, Steven has 1, Maddie has 1. This is the final question. In what year did this victory take place? Maddie, I am just reading a story for reading comprehension that I found on the internet. I know nothing about the validity of these actual facts. Sorry. The correct answer was 490 BC, meaning that the players that answered correctly were Maddie, Lauren, Scott, and Steven. He's a realtor, Jen. It says right there on his lower third. Okay, guys, send me your marks, and this will be the final round. All right, the final marks are in. Maddie puts one on Lauren. Lauren puts one on Maddie. Scott puts one on Maddie. Steven puts one on Maddie. Also overkilling Maddie. Eliminating both Lauren and Maddie. And that means if you're still in the game, congratulations, you are immune at Tribal Council tonight. So JT, Elizabeth, Scott, and Steven are immune. Everybody else is eligible to be voted for. Please send me in chat if you would like to go to camp or beach. Thank you.
So are we all here again?
Is everyone again?
One person missing?
Where's Jenna? Jenna's alone.
That's the only one not here.
Easy vote. Go team.
They accidentally put her in the wrong room. I feel like that's what keeps happening. All right. Well.
So
I mean, if we want to do it easy, we could go Jenna.
I don't know about that. But doesn't the Red Tribe, don't you guys have like two people who are very closely aligned?
what?
Not that I know of.
What's the backstories there?
It seems like that would be risky to keep them around. No?
Does anyone know?
Who are you talking about?
Is anyone married or dating or something? Or sisters or brothers?
We don't know who you're talking about.
Ride or dies? I mean, I would confess if JT and I were gay lovers or something, but
There was that one time when you were showing me the house.
oh yeah.
Yeah, you remember.
We had to buy.
Jenna, bad luck. You're muted.
I'm done with.
It's a bad draw, man. Not sure about that.
Oh, and they already were after me anyway. Rip.
Sorry.
Fine.
I'm gonna go to the other room because there's a lot more happening there.
Okay.
They weren't in our room.
Yeah.
Is that how it went?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
We made such strong bonds that first night on the beach.
Yeah. Scott made fire.
Yep.
I got water. Avery got some fish. Yeah. Lauren cooked rice.
Steven made a raft.
Steven he made a raft. He built the shelter too.
Avery, I was our fish guy. How was the fishing over on your camp? Pretty good?
It was okay. Sometimes it's rough because we don't have any bait. So we have to use
Well, it's all
crab.
spears, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I caught a few octopuses. Octopi?
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you guys pick who went home or who was voted out on your tribe?
Our first vote was just strictly who landed where. We had a 5-4 split.
Oh, wow.
After that, it was chaos. We had too many twists in tribal. It was just nuts.
I think something important to know about the red team is a lot of people kept sacrificing themselves.
It's true.
Does anyone on the red team want to do that now?
Wouldn't hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
We have our list of sacrifices already.
Is there anyone who's not carrying their weight, but just a drag on the tribe?
That's a sensitive subject, Scott, for the red team.
Nah, we voted them all out. We're hyper efficient.
Good.
What isn't a sensitive subject on the red side? Do we want to have a conversation? Or is it just going to be the Blues talking at each other and JT chiming in about his fishing?
The weather, we can talk about that. That usually goes okay. Dogs. Everything else, though.
No cat people on the red tribe that take offense to all the dog talk?
No cat people. No.
No cat people, okay.
Cat people on your side?
I don't know. Probably not. We're all dog people. Close to
If you identify yourself as a cat person, you're being voted out.
Even not jumping in on this.
That's an easy way to do it.
We haven't talked politics, religion, or cats. So
I heard that Jen is a cat person. Actually, that's,
did you?
That's what I heard.
Putting Jenna up on the platter for us? You'd be willing to vote her out as a cat person?
I don't know if she's a cat person. But she's the only one not here.
I really hope Jenna's talking to herself.
I feel very bad. I hope it's not an accident. But Jen and Alex are here, so it must not be.
It was
They changed their name to Scott Hates Cats.
I think that's probably Garrett.
I was just going to guess Garrett, but I don't know.
Yeah, have your former tribe mates been asking you why you voted them out? Because we get that from Garrett every time. No.
Look out,
I
guys.
think
Garrett's
all
got
ours,
Natalie
they all-
Anderson his way back into this game. I'm kidding.
Sorry, what?
Nothing. It was Survivor joke. I said Garrett's about to Natalie Anderson his way back into this game.
Oh, okay.
What?
Racking up fire tokens
Yeah, you guys have no idea how many fire tokens.
and peanut butter.
Natalie was amazing.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
But so Jenna's on the table?
That is what it sounds like.
Silence.
I mean, look, I will say that Jenna had multiple votes and said that she was going to use them one way and then used them another way, which I did not appreciate.
Oh.
That's fun. We love a flipper.
How did she say she was going to use them?
Yeah.
She
Alden,
said,
I just want to warn you that literally every season of Survivor,
Mhm.
when you flip, you're also the first to go when they run out of other teams. Just historically.
Okay, folks, time is up. I'm going to move Jenna into this room, and it's time for tribal.
It'd kind of make her feel better if you put us in her room one by one, though.
Hi, Jenna. Okay, we are all here, and it's time for your first tribal council as a merged tribe. The same rules apply. You're still going to vote the same way. You're still going to play totems the same way. And you still can converse here at the top in the same way. So with that being said, is there anything that needs to be said before we vote?
Well, since Jenna was not here, I'd like to ask Jenna, what are your feelings about cats?
About what? Sorry.
Cats.
Cats?
Cats, the animal cats. A cat. Pet.
Okay, got it.
Not the crappy musical.
Movie, yeah.
I'm okay with them. I'm not a big fan of black cats, but overall, I like animals a lot. So
I'll accept that.
Hey, Alex, who's immune?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you for reminding me to remind you. JT, Elizabeth, Scott, and Steven are immune.
Wow.
There's a black cat over my right shoulder. Left shoulder.
Cat hater on this.
Former Red, if you want to stay together, let's put those votes on Lauren.
Oh my
God. Be a 5-5 tie. Just put them all on Lauren.
You know,
We're all here.
Alex, it's really interesting.
We're all here. Throw them on Lauren.
It's really interesting.
No reason
how
to not.
The red
Avery,
team,
what were you saying?
The red team seems super cagey whenever we're all like together. It's like nobody wants to do anything. But now that we're at tribal, JT decides to blow it up.
Well,
like,
and they're offering up names prior to the member being added.
To be fair, we were working with 4 or 5 back at the beach. We got our whole tribe together now.
Yep.
Red, put your votes on Lauren. The worst that can happen is a tie.
Loyalty starts with an L.
Well, the other option is splitting it up, and it's chaos.
That's true. We're toast in that situation.
Steven, you're welcome to vote with us.
Well, Alex, just
do what you want, but that would make the most sense.
Just thinking about the math here, you know, like, so there's 5 blue, obviously. I don't know if we're going with any plan, if we had any plan to come in, or if we're going with Jenna, because that would make sense, seeing as she was the only one who wasn't in our room. But also, knowing that we're 5-5 right now, if we're tied, we go to a rock draw. There's only one person from Blue Tribe. If the tribes stay together, there's only one person from Blue Tribe drawing a rock. So it wouldn't really make sense for Red to put their whole game up to chance against, you know, a 5-1 split.
That's fair. The same can be said for either tribe. Red, stay strong or we lose the numbers.
We have 3 people immune, JT, and then Lauren will also be immune.
You can only vote for Lauren or me. And if whoever you vote for is immune at the rock draw.
JT's the only member of your tribe that is immune. So.
I would encourage you guys to consider your votes.
How does that make Jenna feel that her name was up on the chopping block?
That's true.
Jenna, they asked multiple times if we'd be willing to vote you out. Nobody answered it straight.
That's not
They're
true.
coming for you.
Yeah, what happened over there?
Hey,
What do
not
you
even
guys talk about?
Let red team tie it up, and that way any of them could go.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Tie it up.
Or they can keep.
Or Jenna could vote with us, or you guys can vote with us to vote Jenna out if we can settle a plan.
Hey, Alex, can you clarify after a tie what happens after that first tie?
Yeah, there's a revote where you can only vote for the people who are part of the tie, except the people who are a part of the tie don't vote. And then after that, if it's still a tie, everybody who just voted on the revote will draw a rock, and one of those people will randomly be eliminated.
So immunity goes away at the revote or no? Or the rock
If you're
draw?
immune, you don't have to draw the rock. Yeah.
Okay.
So the math stays the same, basically.
So if we force a
four.
tie and go to a rock vote, Avery would still be available as an option to go home.
If you're voting for Lauren, yeah.
But then Maddie, Grace, and Alden are also options. So it's a 3 out of 4 are from your tribe.
Sure. Hey, if anyone from Red wants to jump ship, jump ship. Just saying, if you guys want to stay strong, it's a chance we got to take.
Not jumping ship.
I'm sure.
Yeah, guys, please don't jump ship.
I'm
or
sure
if
Blue
you guys
Tribe.
jump ship, then I'm gonna convert.
I'm very sure Blue Tribe is willing to cut deals with anybody. Like, we all have our own game. We're not just one big block. We're playing as a block now, but we're willing to cut deals with you if you guys
And
are
what-
interested in talking.
What are you guys? Who's your vote going to?
Why would we tell you?
It's going to you, Jenna. They didn't have a plan before this. It's going to you.
Jenna, JT believes that it is going to you. That is the truth. That JT believes that.
And I think Scott believes that JT thinks Jenna's going home.
And
But I don't
think
know.
that you think that JT thinks that Scott.
They don't know. We know. They know. We know. We know.
Let's go to rocks, Fred.
Red team, are we just gonna stay together?
Yes, vote Lauren. Let's go to
Members of the
rocks.
red team that have affinity with people from the blue team that want to feel like they might be safe.
Okay, it's time to vote.
I didn't hear what you just said. What did you just say?
Last thing. This is the last thing.
If there's any members of the red team that might have relationships and outside alliances with any blue team members, you might be able to feel safe despite what's being said and vote accordingly.
Okay, time's up. It's time to vote. Everybody mute. And now it's time to vote. Send in chat who you are voting for. If you've got a totem you'd like to play, please put that in there as well. Thank you. Okay. Alden, to your note, this is a fun game. Everybody have fun. If anyone resents anyone after this, then that makes me really sad. Don't resent people. It's all a game. It's like if you played Monopoly with your friends and they beat you. Maybe you're a little upset for a little bit, but you're still friends.
I feel like we have some board flippers in this Zoom.
Okay, this is a note for everybody from this point on. I should have said this earlier. If you're eliminated from this point on, you're a part of the jury, so we need you to stay on the call, please. If you really do have to leave for whatever reason, just let me know. But at this point, if you are eliminated, just please mute yourself in your video. And I'm going to keep you in a room. I don't know. I'll figure out how I'm going to do it. But in any case, don't leave. If you do have to leave, just let me know. Okay. Time to reveal the votes. The votes are in, and they have been tallied. 1 totem was played, and that totem blocked 5 votes. The person with the most votes who will be quarantining is Lauren. But Lauren, before you go, there's a twist. You'll be the first member of our jury, but before you go, right now, I need you to select 5 players those 5 players will be immune at the next tribal council, which is happening right now. So Lauren, you may unmute and choose 5 players who are still in the game. Those 5 are immune.
Elizabeth, Scott, Stephen, Avery, Jenna.
Okay, please stay muted for a second. Lauren, you can mute your video and your audio. Thanks for playing.
Also, all of JT.